on prime time, and work. Show me work. And what do you do when you work hard? Show me money. So anyway, yeah, Doug was telling me he's making plans for his vacation. He said one day he'll probably go whale watching. I'll just give you a few seconds there to make up your own joke. And also on vacation, I think Doug likes to go to Show Me Nightclub. Yes, playing the feud, I'm beginning to annoy myself. But my next guest has been with us before on Prime Time. It's a pleasure to welcome back, and this time we're making a pizza with our good friend from Giovanni's, Rick Fratesi. That's Rick. Welcome back to the big program.
Thank you, George.
We're here at Giovanni's, and we're going to make a pizza.
Very good.
We're going to have a pizza bake-off.
Okay.
You're going to make one, and I'm going to make one.
I'm going to give you a crash training course and see if you can handle it.
See if I qualify for a job here, so when they fire me in television someday,
you'll be a lock-in here.
When I decide to give up the show and retire and buy a farm, I'll buy a pizza place, too.
That's right. You can start your training right here.
Now, what do we have?
All right, we're gonna make medium pizzas.
Medium pizzas.
A medium-sized pizza, our 14-inch pizza. We're gonna give you a piece of dough.
That's what it starts with. Here,
okay,
right here.
Here's our dough. This is your basic flour, water, yeast ingredients combination here. Okay, we put it down. Okay. Flour it up a little bit.
Flour it up.
You don't want it to be sticking. Okay. Now, pat it down good. Don't break the countertop, please.
Pat it down good.
Pat it down. Use your fingers, whatever you got to use. Elbows, palms of the hands.
The most fun we've had in years.
Okay, if you do good, I got your application for you. We'll sign you up. All right, just pat it down. Get nice and flat.
Nice and flat. Is
nice
it flat?
And flat. Yep.
Nice and flat. We want it flat.
We're going to see who makes the better pizza here.
Now, where did this come from? You hand make your dough, right?
Everything's handmade, hand tossed. No putting it in a pan or anything. We just take it.
Now, who came up with the idea of tossing the dough? Where was that invented?
That's a good question. Someplace in Italy, they started tossing it around.
Some guy in Italy, some guy was tossing his dough around.
Somebody probably acted up. They threw the dough across the room and found out that it stretched on the way, and they went from there. It saves a lot of time when you hand toss them. Okay, here we go.
We're kneading our dough.
Right, kneading the dough, breaking it down. Now we're going to pick it up and we're just going to stretch the crust.
We stretch the crust.
Start to stretch the crust a little bit here.
Stretch the crust.
Okay. Just kind of go. Boy, you're doing pretty good. You might be able to be my replacement soon.
So I'm going to buy the business, right?
Hey, make me an offer. Okay. Make me an offer.
What's this light for over here?
This light is for when a pizza's done cooking. This light immediately goes off, like so to help full aware that pizza's ready to come out. It doesn't shut off till they open that door and find out that pizza is done. Works out rather well if somebody's in the back and they hear the buzzer, they come up, see the light, they know they have to get that pizza out.
Or they know it's
no burning pizzas.
At least they know it's not a medical emergency.
Right. Although a lot of people come in and start a big panic, they wonder what that light's all about. Okay, so there you go.
What if you have weak spots in this?
No, you're pretty good. You got a nice pizza dough going there.
A nice pizza dough.
Okay. All right, you pick it up.
Pick it up.
Now this is where you're going to get into. So you can either be conventional. You can go if you're nervous about throwing it up. You can just kind of stay on the outside.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, look at that, a flip. Hey.
Oh. Now you start when you throw it. Gotta get it back into. Okay, there you go. Here we go. Everybody's going to get it in the act. Take it. Keep your hands off on the side and then twirl it up in the air like that.
Twirl it up.
Twirl it up.
Hey.
There you go. Up in the air. Don't knock my pizza out of the sky here. There you go.
Okay. You know, Rick?
You're getting pretty good at that, George.
I think I'm getting pretty good.
You're doing very good.
All right, let's see how long I can keep it up there. I mean, what's the record?
Not too long. Maybe about, well, I don't know, 5 seconds.
All right,
yeah, that's a good throw.
Let's see what we can do here. Whoa, that wasn't bad, Rick.
Not too bad, not too bad.
It was up there for about 35 seconds.
Didn't even pop over.
No holes in it.
Beautiful. Okay, nice job.
I was born for the pizza business, right?
Okay, before you put a hole in it, let's put it down. Now we're going to make the pizza. All right, we're going to start putting some of the toppings on it. Okay, let's place it down here.
I've had this feeling before.
I feel like I'm training somebody all over again. crash training course.
Crash training course. The
see.
finer points of making pizza.
That's right. Okay. Have it on the edge of the peel like that. Okay.
We're through pounding.
Let the contest begin. Right.
We're through
see
pounding.
how good your pizza making skills are.
Okay, first step first is we need sauce,
We
right?
need some sauce.
Sauce, lots of sauce.
Pizza sauce. 2 ladles will suffice unless you like a lot of sauce, and you can put more.
2 ladles. Here we go.
Pizza ladlefuls of sauce. There's a 1.
Yeah, there's 2.
And there's a 2. Okay, we're going to see how to spread it out. Not too bad. Not too good, but not too bad.
Not too good.
You're getting it.
Look at this technique. See, you have to have that.
Don't use your fingers, right?
Never
use your fingers.
So we never want to have human hands.
Maybe in the old country
sauce.
you can get away with it in your kitchen or something, but not at Giovanni's.
Not at
shop.
Giovanni's.
We don't use our fingers at all.
Okay, that's one last drop of there.
That's nice. Okay, now we sprinkle on mozzarella cheese.
We're good so far. Lots of cheese, right? We have.
If you like cheese,
We have lots of cheese. Okay, hey.
Oh, spread it around a little bit.
Look at this.
All right, boy, you're getting good. Okay, you got to spread it out so it doesn't get a big pool of cheese, but that's good. Very nice.
Pool of cheese.
Pool of cheese. Okay, now we'll start.
Have you ever
off.
tried some of that Cheese Whiz stuff?
No, don't like that stuff.
Neither do I. That processed stuff. You get it in a can.
No, you got to have.
We like the real thing right
real
here.
food. All right, let's do some pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Hey. Well,
I gotta whip mine up.
You better whip yours up. I mean, you're the trained professional.
If yours comes out better than mine, we're in big trouble. Or I'm in big trouble. Okay.
How close to the edge do you go with?
Okay, you want like a half
Is
an
there a
inch
pizza institute that you graduate from?
Well, we don't break out a measuring stick, but you gotta kind of go by eye. You want to have it out to the edge. Everything has a tendency to flow back toward the middle. So
It's the force of pizza gravity.
Pizza gravity. Yep. Okay, let me try to.
Okay, now you're putting the cheese on yours.
I'm putting the cheese. We always put plenty of ingredients on it, Giovanni.
I think personally, I did a better job of putting cheese on.
No, that's your discretion. Looking for the word there. Okay.
All right, pepperoni.
All right, let me catch up to with my pepperonis here.
Okay, hamburger.
Okay, hamburger. We pre-cooked the hamburger here to get most of the grease and the oils out of it, so it doesn't.
So it's a very lean hamburger.
Right. Very, very lean.
But there's nothing worse than having a greasy pizza.
You don't want a greasy pizza, no.
And we just sprinkle the hamburger.
Crumple it up in your hands, let it drop down. Only the best ingredients. Okay.
Okay, hamburger.
That's good, George.
Hamburger.
Good. Okay, now we're going to use some
sausage.
Sweet sausage. Nice Italian sweet sausage. Delicious.
What's the difference between sausage and pepperoni? Because pepperoni is a form of sausage, isn't it?
Pepperoni is more of a smoked, peppery sausage. Okay? And a flavor.
And this is sweet sausage.
This is a sweet sausage, yep. Very good. Okay, we're going to put, like your sausage, huh? And your pepperoni and your hamburger. You like everything, don't you?
I like everything. You know, when I make a pizza, it'll be the heaviest pizza on record.
I hope we can get that off the peel. Okay, let's put some peppers on
Peppers!
here.
Peppers!
Red
What would life
and green
be like without peppers?
Peppers for a little bit of color, a little bit of flavor, a lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor and peppers.
Let me rephrase that. Okay, now some mushrooms.
Mushrooms. I really enjoy mushrooms.
Yep, mushrooms. Oh boy, watch out for the mushrooms. I want to open another can of mushrooms. Okay, here we go.
Now, do some people like cheese on top, or
we don't put the cheese on top. We like to have the people see what they're eating. We don't want to put a blanket of cheese over the whole thing. Then you don't know what you got. Okay.
Absolutely.
I like a few more peppers on mine. A little more color on mine.
A little more. Well, I think I have a lot.
That's a beautiful pizza. That's we're going to go by the pound when I charge for that pizza.
Now let's. What does a pizza weigh usually? A medium pizza.
That's a good question. It's got to be a couple of pounds.
We've never
actually.
We've never actually weighed one up here.
Okay, now you're going to watch me on this one. We're going to go over to the oven. Now this slides off. We got our oven here. We're going to bring a shelf up.
Now this is a rotating.
This is a 4-shelf rotating oven. Okay, there's not many of these around. This is new wave pizza making here.
New wave of pizzas. Okay, you toss yours in.
Okay, here we go.
I'll watch it and then
You want to hold this level. You want to bring it in. Put it down. Just slide it off. Okay.
Slide it off. Well, that's easy.
Very
enough.
easy. Just be aware that it'll slide off on the way to the oven just as easily as in the oven. Okay, here you go.
We just bring it in
And slide it
we
off
put it
very
down,
lightly because you don't want everything to fly all over.
and we just...
This little shimmy, there you go. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, it's like I've been doing this for 50 years.
Beautiful. They're natural.
And then we turn it on, and the merry-go-round goes
There it
round and
goes.
round. Now, pizza's baked for about 8 minutes.
8 minutes at about 450 degrees.
How about these fast food pizza places that claim they deliver, and you call them up, and
What are they?
they always say they're like 40 minutes.
You wonder what they're cooking with. Is their help slow, or what are they cooking? An oven with a...
Or is everything frozen and it's not even real pizza?
Maybe it takes a half hour to defrost it.
So 8 minutes, that's the cooking time. So
okay, 8 minutes.
Normally it would take us a few minutes to put it together, 8 minutes, so in 11 minutes you should be able to have a pizza.
Right, you should be eating in 10 minutes.
And Rick, what do you do while we're waiting?
Well, hopefully some more customers come in.
Do we dance?
Lois, do you need some help over there?
Do we dance with the babes?
Where's the babe? Where's the waitresses?
8 minutes flies when you're having fun, Rick.
Sure does.
Okay, mine's on the left and yours is on the right.
Okay. Slide underneath there. We'll pull out your pizza. Looks very nice. Very nice.
That's not bad for my first attempt.
Maybe I'll take credit for this one. I don't
pizza
know.
making here.
Very nice.
And we pop it down there.
Okay, let me get mine before I burn it up. Okay. All right, let's bring this over here. Well, they both look pretty nice.
You know, Rick, yours doesn't look bad either.
Not bad, huh? Not bad.
Maybe you should get yourself a pizza shop.
Maybe I should. Okay.
Now, what's the problem here? We seem to have. Mine seems to be a little.
You get a little
less
gas.
even.
You get some gas pockets in there.
Gas pockets. We know how painful that can be with gas pockets.
You want a pie cut? We're going to
Don't cut into the cable.
We're going to cut the cable. Could have a
And
problem
then your
there.
eyes light up and you really have a gas pocket.
Okay, here we go. Nice.
Slicing up the pizza.
Nice and crispy. Okay, there's your masterpiece.
And
We should have a customer try some and see which one they like better. Whoa.
Well, it is the pizza bake-off, right?
That's right. It's the pizza bake-off.
So we have yours right here.
Yep.
And we have mine, which...
It looks very nice.
Mine is considerably heavier, though.
You sure you're not working somewhere part-time?
Hey, I've been in training my whole life on pizzas.
That's a beautiful pizza. Okay, you going to try some, or are we going to wait for it to...
Well, we have to try some right away.
Or you might be full after one piece. You have so much on there, but that's all
The
right.
heaviest pizza on record here.
That's a beautiful pizza.
As always on prime time.
You get the cheese on that.
What do you think? Being the pizza expert,
I'm going to give it a shot.
Let's have your opinion. I know what it's like to do a TV show. More
Very
food
good.
per minute.
Molto delicioso. Very good.
So
I'll get your application prepped up in the back. You can start tomorrow. That's very good pizza.
well, thanks, Rick.
Yeah, thanks, George.
It has been fun as always
As
here,
always.
eating pizza at Giovanni's.
Yes.
And hey, stick around. We'll be back with more pizza, more of the big program right after this. Not bad. I could get a job here.
Very good. Very good. You got the job.